What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. Be sure to like and subscribe before we start this video.
Quit following me!
And I want to... The battery is low for that one. I'm on charger right now. It's kind of weird playing like this, honestly. What is it looking at?
Too slow. Squall and Fury. Quit following me. He's awake. Fremine. Lenny.
We're all here. The infirmary at the Fortress of Meropide, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you know.
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater. Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've... No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes.
What the hell?
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
What did he see? Did he find child? Or a flashback? Is he on charge right now? Oh damn, that should be. Where is it?
Where could Master Child be?
It's not here.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Always like they do it too puzzly. It's like honestly the point of this. Why can't they just build other formal bridges? I'd have to create a rotation system. Like a lift or something.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
I have an idea. Oh, no, I can't do that. Right? Oh, it must be. That's bullshit. Car just went home. What's the pool exactly? How are you supposed to do this? Someone help me. Oh, wait, just stuck here. Oh, wait a second, now I have an idea. I'm just an idiot.
This is where the water starts. Master Child probably. vegetation here is a bit more
It's
sparse.
not cool if this character was going
These
to have
traces aren't
a
natural.
diamond.
A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
Even all this water that's making me thirsty. Someone drink some water.
The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Let's see.
Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
What's happening here?
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
He doesn't see that effect. I don't remember it being this long. Maybe it was.
I can't
What?
die here.
When you're so close.
I have to push on.
Bro, wait this hard. Someone revive me.
So, in other words, the trail you were following that's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress.
Miss Clarand brought you back, but we have...
Miss Clorand, you say? I must go thank her.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Okay.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clorand will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
Yeah.
A guest? Then I can...
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but
Understood. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going...
Thank you.
Let's go back and do something.
Behold!
Go straight in. Keeper in the pavilion. We're talking.
Excuse me?
Okay.
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition is stable?
Of course. I wouldn't have left left the infirmary.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sejoin?
I wanted to check up on Miss Claran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals for...
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives.
Okay.
I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for...
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned.
Okay.
I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to...
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask...
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Claran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not something you should be asking after. Never let only... All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary. And we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our...
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to...
Yeah, Paimon really wants to...
Even if the truth may not be pleasant, follow me.
What is the truth? Oh, he has children's programs. Always talk to that. Is this the Forbidden Zone? Oh, it's right
There's
there.
a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten...
Okay, that's fine.
Too slow.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Alright. Now what? Why is it taking so long?
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't... What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends every...
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Okay. is it? For how long? Oh, it's sleeping now. I didn't know that.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side. Whoa! It all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
No, this is kind of sick. Just shoot it.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger. That the readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated.
Okay.
Any guesses what the reading could be tracking? Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely.
Is it?
We ran a few
Seeing
tests to
primordial?
increase the pressure from the Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again.
Okay.
With that and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of
The concentration of primordial seawater?
Yeah.
But we're already in.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
But
Yes.
forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And it's.
Yeah, you know what the legends say.
Okay.
If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird. Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer maybe it's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense.
Okay.
What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack, chasing away the criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle. Some of them began to repent and pray to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the weight." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, and with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their after many, many centuries. Few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now and again, researchers managed to break.
But now you know every part of that history.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the... To be frank, not really.
Okay.
But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving... Prophecies are troublesome things.
Okay.
Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else.
Okay. So are we gonna open that?
This is it.
Probably.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone. Huh?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told...
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high.
Okay.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them.
You want to blow up?
What a lovely idea. I'm already...
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus. Focus.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple?
Your Grace, I am...
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Ed.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do...
Okay.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
What's this?
Let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What is that?
What a huge... This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before.
How much do you know about Fontainian hit? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging wave. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and techniques. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless... All right, that's enough talking for now. Seems like you're good.
Alright.
I'll leave you here for now.
So let me clear.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't
Okay.
forget, It's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just...
Alright.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what...
Alright.
The wind rises.
That's cool.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so much like...
Huh. Actually, now that you meant while I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. Must have been Risley and Sejuin. Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so...
I really can't make sense of...
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn...
Yeah, he explained...
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself, firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably...
Ooh, he's good!
That's Arlini. Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find... What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Eudex Nervilet. Risley is basically the king of a gnome. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And what if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what...
You're super...
Thanks so much. Then, if Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Could Risley have one? If you remember. Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just... Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand the two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please, though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together,